Generic greetings and welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies once again, where we have successfully managed to take over an island. We've got 3 little towns plus the main city here, which does generate lots of income, well 71 income, but it has a tiny shipyard, so that's the main issue with it. But we now have 188 generic units of currency coming in per day, and we're going to be using that to sort of build various ships, but mainly at the moment we're building the charges. These are going to be our reactionary vessels, which will hopefully just stay in generic, and they will run from there to wherever they need to. So if you can see the speed of them, they are really, really quick. So they should be able to hopefully outpace anything that comes towards these areas, and they'll just run to an area if it's getting assaulted before we get assaulted, and then take stuff over. So this episode, what I want to do is I want to have a crack at the land on the right here and hopefully take over this area. We obviously do have to worry about up here as well, in Dingleton, but we'll see what we can do there. Hopefully this guy's going to be fending off these two here as well, so let's just see how that one goes. We will wait for this gentle takeover to complete. I'm not going to put it to max speed yet because I am keeping an eye on whatever heads towards me, because obviously that could be an issue. Once this gentle takeover is done, we'll get more income. We'll also have to build some defences there as well. We're also just going to go to build ship, and we're going to build a charger. We also want to make another... We want to have another crack at the bomber, because at the moment it's fine. It's fine, but it's just not... It's not what I was aiming for, really. I wanted a high-level-ish bomber that would be able to be about sort of average, maybe higher service sailing than maybe average, so 200 to 250. One that wasn't going to be stupidly expensive, so in this case it's 1,200 generic units of currency. And also can take a hit now and again, and I think we mostly accomplished that. I think we did alright there. Defences, we're going to set a build building, and this one, and we're going to place one, and I really want to build more than one, so we'll just place them along, build building, like so, and that'll do us for now. Yeah, I really want to have another crack at that, and have something that's a bit quicker. So I'll say defences, and let's redesign some of these. I need to refit some of these, and I can't remember which ones it is because I don't have the outside view. That one we know doesn't really redoing because it's got 0 there for the refit. So refit, open the design, Black Citadel. That one needs a refit. Refit. Same again. It's just graph now, really. We won't be able to refit that one because we don't have the money for that one, but we will do shortly. 158. Oh, there's another 200. So back to defenses, and then it's just refit these on the right here. So open the design, Black Citadel, refit, open design, a Black Citadel, and there we go. Right then, so we have defences around here. We will build another one there, so we have at least 3 defences in every area. I believe Sunday has got... Oh, hang on. We've got movement, and he's not coming towards me. But I am going to rush over to Stormness just in case he fancies his chances, because that's the northernmost point anyway, so it sort of makes sense. So we'll have defences here. Build building, 1 Black Citadel. Over here, defences... Black Citadel just shy of being able to build that. So he's managed to take that. I wonder if I can ninja one off him. It wouldn't be probably that difficult, you know. I'm going to send a spy over there and see what we can spy, really. Can't argue with this guy's tenacity. He's managed to charge. He's lost his island, but we managed to take that out, so well done. So view city. He's only got 1 defense there. If I send my bomber over there, I'll actually repair it first. We might be able to get that city, and that's a large shipyard as well. Problem with that is that I really want to take this area over. Now I'll focus on the plan of getting these islands, and then we should be all right, hopefully. So that's been repaired. That's getting sorted. Right. So while we've got all that on the go, let's go to design ship, and we're going to go once again with a bomber. So this is going to be Mark II. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be the length of it. All right. The problem is access. We don't have any access up and down. If we had one of these removed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, remove that, then move it along a bit, and then in between all of these we have some, well, a fire point like that, then we have access to this. The problem is that the fire point doesn't have access up or down, so if we put it further up like that, we can then go ahead and have, say, ammo store, not good, because that would just make a massive explosion. What could we have in there? Well, I was actually thinking, which is a dangerous thing to do, maybe having a drop down and having the engine pod there, but perhaps not, perhaps not. I think it's going to be best to have, quite frankly, just a corridor with a ladder. Like that, and we want them either side as well, you see. But I actually probably don't want them there. So that's going to be the length of it. Although the problem of doing that is that it gets too long. We want it as sleek as possible. So let's not. Let's just try and let's just do this. We might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a bit more than what we got anyway. So that can go up to there. That can go up to there. That can go along to the back. And then speaking of the back bit, we're going to have that. Something like that anyway. The ammo is just going to go up probably around here. And we want propulsion. A large propeller on the back. That'll get that going. That'll get that moving. Double call. Do we need double call? I don't know. We could. Oh no, we can't actually. I was going to say we'll have a large suspendium dust tank, but we don't have access to that. So we can have that. 408 meters. And it's quite fast. Problem is, how long will this last? One call star 50. This requires a unit to call every 18 seconds, and those require a unit to call every 20 seconds. That's not going to take long for that to be for it to run out. So probably not a great idea, is it? So instead, what we'll do is have another call store. The problem is water store to this as well. It's very, very poor. Water up there is very poor. Don't like where those are situated, actually. That gives me a bit more confidence. And good access to water. Yeah, okay, right. And then we'll keep it away from the ammo. The ammo will be at the front. That could work. That could work. Don't know if it will, but it has the potential to work. And I'll go for potential. Right. It might stay as potential rather than reality, but let's see. 1, 2 quarters. Crew 24 recommended of 40. By the way, armor, steel wall, fill for a start. So that's fine. We're going to remove that quarter. We're going to put some more quarters at the front here. I guess we'll just go for quarters like that. In terms of ammo, we're going to make it very, very, I wouldn't call it structurally unsound, but very, very tactically unsound at the front, with ammo right next to each other. But hopefully with this fire point, we should be alright. We want a repair bay right next to it. Let me just go for an overlay of pathing. Pathing's bad. No, it's not too bad. It can go up and down there. Although it would be better if we did have access further up, which we currently don't have anywhere to go up. Put that further forward, like that. And I believe if we put a berth in, berth has access up the top and bottom. Yes, that's okay. So there's that. Sick bay can go next to it. And we'll have a bridge. So command and crew, bridge, which can go there. Actually, no, what we'll do is we'll move it a bit further. Oh, we'll keep it there. We've got too many crew. That's okay. Crow's Nest can go there with a... guard post there. Well, that means they don't need to go that way. Like that. Right. Okay. That's not bad. In terms of supply then, we'll have a... what do we want for supply? Steel cargo door is supply 40. We only need 20, so that would be 1, 2, 3. It's not terrible. Doesn't give us the curve that I was looking for at the front, though. Right. Do I want that? Or do I want to step it? Let's do that, because then we know they're going to have to come this way. And we'll have that there. Crew 51, recommended 48. That's good. Service ceiling 211. We don't need it to go as high as the other one, I don't think. Armor is fine. Let's just pretty it up a little bit with shapes. So I want to have some shape on the front there that makes it a bit different. We could have a curve like that, and then start using these curves along here. Like that. What's that look like from the outside? It looks absolutely terrible. Now, let's go for a more aggressive look, so we'll have points on it. Oh, yeah! Sadly, it drops the service ceiling quite a lot, so we're not going to do that. Not going to have any of those. What we'll do is just have a slope up like that. And it's actually going to look, I think, fairly mean if we paint it like a red. It's very pointy. Let's just see how we get on. So we have that slope there. We do have a slope 1x4, which is fine. Which can go there. And then we need a 1x3, which we do have somewhere there. Yeah, that looks okay. The problem is that looks fairly bad. I just don't think we can do much about it. That's fine. Right, and then this bit here we'll have... I don't know what we'll have. Oh, actually, I think what we'll do is we'll slope it right down and right down like that. On the back, we are going to do something like that. Have a, you know, a little bit of a shaped bit at the back there. Question is, do we want it like that, or do we want it the other way around? I think that way around. Yes. Yes, I like that. Right, that's fine. Dragon figurehead, no. Eagle. Not terrible. No. Kraken figurehead, I think that was. No. Ah, interesting. It goes on there. No. I think I like the domes, actually. Sadly, you just can't use them on this thing. We could put it there. Oh, actually, I don't mind that. That's not too bad. Might go with that. What I did want to have is some lights on this thing. So light forward there, which we can have. Light up. we can't have... Oh, we can have one there. No, I think we'll just have the light forward. And I don't think we can have one on the back. And we certainly can't have the lanterns either. If we just put some lights on there. Nah. I think the dome was the way to go, actually. That dome seemed to fit it quite nicely. If I can find the dome again. Dome. There we go. So, armour. Steel wall. Fill that up. The colour scheme. Red. Murray. Sanguine. I like the red. It's not like crimson though. Like a really blood red is what we were aiming for, but we'll have to deal with that. Or we could sort of have some paint. Like do you want to have go fast stripes on it? No, we don't. We really don't. Ugh! Wrong. I don't mind that though, with the top bit being that colour. If we do that. No, I like it being the other way around. What if we have it like that? That's got something about it. Giving it a bit of shape. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And you got that 2 there. But if we make it just bigger at the back. No, I think I like that. Something about that I quite like. Yeah, we're going with that. I just quite like that. Right, so, in terms of other decoration, probably going to have one of those there. We'll have a steel nameplate on it. It's called the Locust. Not a fan of that. Or do we want the Locust? I don't know. Probably not. I'm tempted to call it something like the Moth or the Grasshopper or something that's like what you would consider light, but this is like not that. Not in good taste, but we'll call it the Dresden. So we'll save it. And hopefully it won't be garbage because we've spent a while building it. So while that's while we're getting enough money for that, obviously we are repairing our we're building Black Citadel and we're going to repair the Death Rattle. And once that's done, hopefully we'll be able to build one of these, and then we'll start taking bits on the right here. Obviously our reacting vessels here, the charges, there's telescope research, which now gives us turrets. Once those are where they are now, I guess, we can quickly react to wherever we need to go, assuming it works. Let's go to build ship, and we want to build the Dresden, which is 1,400. It will take a while to build. This is a medium shipyard. Obviously, I'm not going to build it over there. That would just be silly. In terms of their city here, they have the same sort of defences that I had, so all I'll do is knock it up just a smidge. I don't want to put it up any too far, because obviously if I start moving these, it could be an issue. And oh, hang on, straight away, they're coming. Oh, they're not attacking me, so that's fine. if they're attacking this guy, then I'm totally okay with that. So we're going to move the Dresden over to Unsea, and then we're going to move both of these down to, say, Odbury. I have a feeling that this guy's probably going to go for me. No, he's not. He's heading over there, and... oh, he's actually going to try and defend his own territory, by the look of it. Yeah. I didn't realise that this guy on the island actually controls all of this. What has he got? View the city. He's got bombers as well. Okay, so he's actually got bombers. I'm hoping that my bombers are a higher level than those. They're not. This one is, but the other one isn't. Right, so we have a plan then. We'll have to move that down. Start the fight. This one immediately just goes up. That's all it does. So move up. This one, move fast as possible forward. There we go. So we will be bombed as we go underneath this guy. There we go. Which is... flee. Okay, so that didn't work out. We got destroyed practically straight away. Right, we need to deal with them then, because we can't... at the moment, there's nothing we've got that can deal with those. I thought we'd survive at least one attempt underneath them. It didn't work out. It's going to cost us 130 to repair it. So we're going to build a charger. What's the service ceiling on a charger? 55 meters. We can't even deal with them. Right, okay, so we're going to build a charger. And we are going to design ship. Actually, yes, design ship. We want to have weapons. It won't be under weapons, it'll be under aircraft. Air hussars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 8. And 8. There's 16 aerial hussars. We'll probably cut it down a little bit to that. And what we're going to do is just have a carrier. That's all this thing's going to be. That's all it's going to be, because we just wanted to spawn the back and spawn all of these, and then hopefully they'll be to take out the those guys there. Or our other option is to get the charger, open the design. We could remove... I will keep that on the back, but the suspendium chamber, we will... we'll probably pull that back. Service ceiling 332 meters. That's pretty much what we want. A little bit more expensive. Wow, can't believe the service ceiling on this now. Do we want to increase the weapons on it then? I mean, while we're on, if we're making a secondary version of it. Don't mind, actually. I don't mind that. While we're on, we do have a bridge, don't we? Yes, it's a bridge. But we have nowhere to go up. Crew 12 recommended 14. Pull that back to there. What we do is we put a corridor there. And as always, a little crow's nest. Right, there we go. So, decoration is fine. We'll remove that wooden nameplate. We'll put a... ooh, remove more than wooden nameplate on that one. We'll put a steel nameplate on this thing. There we go. We will have the paint on as before. And do that. In fact, we'll paint it all the same colour as before. And like the one we just made, we'll have this sort of checkered pattern, I think. No, just have it like that, actually. Just not really big enough to have that. Okay, that's fine. So we will save the design as the version 2. Save that, and we'll build it. So, do we want to cancel the original? I'm going to cancel the original, because quite frankly, I think that's going to be better. So, repairing that, that's been been a hefty blow, that. But if we make the Charger version 2s... Sadly, we can't refit the originals. Hopefully... That is an issue. If we make the Charger version 2s, then hopefully we'll be alright. I'm going to move these over there. What I'm doing, I'm keeping this guy moving. And the reason for that is that, quite frankly, I can't stop him. If this guy here decides to come and bomb these cities, there's nothing I have that can counter it at all. Until now, with the Charger version 2s. Higher service ceiling, more... higher service ceiling, and just better armed. This guy's taking out lots of stuff, and I think it's just a case of the AI doesn't know what to do. This guy's got high level bombers, and that just tends to win. Just flat out, that's it. You're going to win. What I am going to do is I'm going to send when he's almost there. I'm going to send the Dresden off on its own to here. Because I reckon that one ship, now that it's been, now that it's in its element, I reckon this is going to be much better. Okay, it's as quick as I'd like, that's fine. I don't think that's terribly slow. It's managing to get above the target at a reasonable speed. Outside view. Taking some damage, but, well, let's see what it's doing down there. Oh dear. It's doing good. There we go. Excellent. There's a victory. Brutal takeover. Keep moving. Keep moving and keep taking. Because I haven't checked to see what they have, but I'm assuming it's not much more than this. There you go. Another victory. Brutal takeover. We can always cancel actually recall spy. We can always run away. You know what? Let's chance it. Let's chance it. If this works, we take another city, and we don't have to worry about much things on the right anymore. A lot of rifle shots. Outside view, you can see we are taking some hits, but I'm hoping that within the first 30 seconds they're going to lose at least 2 of these. One of them's gone. I'd go on a rapid fire, but I might be a bit too much. There's another one going to go, I think. So we're going to preemptively move forward. Yep, that's gone. Yeah, this thing's cool. It's working. That's almost half of their defense is gone. What about us? Let's pause. Outside view, you can see we have taken a hell of a lot of damage. The whole thing's peppered, but it's only small arms fire. Remember, we have repair, and that's the repair there. They are trying to patch things up. In terms of armor, it's hauled. In terms of ammo, we've used about a third on one of them. And coal, almost nothing. That's fine then. You see there's a lot of secondary explosions going on in these places. Is that still legitimate? I think it's still a legitimate target. We could still lose this, by the way. It's certainly not a given that we've won the fight, because look at the state of it. I don't think I've seen a vessel that damaged before. It's got so many holes in it. Quite frankly, unless they hit something vital, that's a win. There you go, that's a win. Brutal takeover. Well done, Dresden. You've done well, mate. We'll invade that as well, because it's going to be very quick to go there and come back. And because we didn't lose any modules, it's factory fresh. Perfect. Just what we wanted. So we're going to charge this forward. It's not the charger, but it's going to go forward and charge nonetheless. And now it's going to Dresdenate. Wow, look at that. It's just straight gone. The worst thing is it's going to be a nightmare trying to repair this thing. Brutal takeover again. Yeah, if we go to defences, I'll refit it to our Black Citadel. Refit. Build building, Black Citadel. And we'll build... Hang on, what the hell happened there? Right, build building. So there's 3 Black Citadels getting built there. And there we are. So we have Charger version 2. I'm going to move the bomber to there. Move the Charger to the centre. Look at the speed of it. It's very quick. So, refit that. The reason I'm refitting this one here is because it is actually worth it, because there's still bits left. If they didn't have any, then I just wouldn't bother. Again, just putting 3 of these. It's not going to stop him, by the way. If he just comes and brings them bombers over here, there's nothing I can do to stop it. At all. But at least I'm doing something. Refit. That one. Right. We'll scrap that because it's useless. Right, so there's that. Fine. So, yeah, if he comes over here with them bombers, there's nothing much I can do. However, I'm not really building it for specifically for that. I'm building it because if anyone else comes over, we're going to need it. Although, speaking of anyone else, there isn't anybody else, really. It's been reduced now to myself, who has all the south, all the little islands and atolls. This purple and yellow striped guy. Green, who's the Onderon. And then finally, we got Olmathon at the left as well. Actually, no, is that his? Oh, it is the same flag, but they are different. They are a different nation, different empires. So, what we're going to do, we're going to invade this here. We're going to invade with the Reactingtons. They're not Reactings, they're the Chargers. Same thing. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll start attack Dingleton. But that's the next episode. Happy with progress. Very happy with progress. Certainly, that death rattle... the idea was sound, execution not so much. The Dresden, however, much better. Much better. Actually feels like a proper ship rather than some weird floating hot air balloon that just happens to shed explosives, whereas this one does actually feel like a proper fighting vessel. It's got decent speed, decent service ceiling, decent armour and armament. The only problem is that it can't fight the other bombers because it's just not high enough level. So... historically, what do you do to fight bombers? Well, you need a hell of a lot of ordnance going into the sky in terms of flak, which we don't have, or you send faster things at it, so planes. And what do we have? Neither of them, but we do have aerial hussars, which are useful. But once we've finished this research of turrets, we will then go probably for triplanes and then biplanes, and then they'll be able to take them out that way. So hopefully, that'll be the way forward. The advantage I have is that having all of this down south now, I can just use fast vessels to react between these. All of his forces are up north fighting them, and I don't think, well, looking at Dingleton, which I know admittedly is a bit of a war zone because there's been lots of fighting there. Looking at that, there's nothing to stop me. That's going to be a simple fight to take over. The only problem is if he rushes down to defeat me, although I think the charges are fast enough to get there. But we'll see how it goes. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.